I guess the way I want to explain it is I don't feel bothered, but I can feel that other people are like struggling. They're bothered by the energy, and it's pulling some people down to where it makes it really difficult to stand on the truth that you know. And so I was sitting in my desk and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep because I'm tired. I gotta get up early to get my girls together, my kids. And Spirit was like, no, not yet. I want you to go speak to them, and I want you to encourage those that have felt pulled down. Let me put my do not disturb on just a second. I want you to speak to those that have felt pulled down, weighted down by this energy. So I'm gonna read for those tonight that have been feeling it. I don't know what's gonna come out, obviously, so we'll see. But I just want to encourage you that, you know, I got on here at 1, 2, 3 a.m. on the dot, and that to me is perfect alignment. So let's see. Spirit, angels, ancestors, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for upholding us all in your hands. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the truth. Thank you for your protection. I ask that you bring clear messages. I ask that you surround this space in the holy fire of spirit. And I ask that you would increase our understanding so that we would understand how to hear your voice. Open up the eyes of our understanding. Open up our ears to hear you clearly, Spirit. Divine Holy Spirit, you are welcome in this place. I dispel any dark or lower forces that will try to infiltrate this space. You are not welcome here. This space is protected. My mouth and my eyes and my hands are guided by the Divine Holy Spirit. If there's anyone listening right now, I ask that you also extend this protection to them. Surround them with your light and your power, and drive out any darkness that seeks to pull them down and suffocate them. I ask that you would help everyone watching to release whatever it is that they are holding on to tightly so that they can receive what it is you're trying to give to them. Thank you, Divine Holy Spirit, angel, and ancestors. We thank you. We honor you. Please bless these cards. Help me to hear and see clearly. Help me to deliver your truth. So be it. I just noticed that. Thank you. Yeah, it is hitting that. Yes, yes, absolutely. Let me see where you can see it. Four. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me to do one more. Yeah, you can absolutely share the live. That would be awesome. I don't mind at all. I'm gonna try to repost it as well for those that are not able to get on. I feel so much compassion right now, so much like I just want to wrap my arms around you guys, and that's for whoever's watching, right? I feel like I just need to do that. Like I need to send you so much love. I just feel, I have goosebumps right now. I feel so much heaviness and sadness coming from whoever I'm feeling. I feel how heavy it is, or how heavy it's gonna be. And I just want you to know how loved you are, and how protected you are, and how in alignment this moment is, right, for all of us. So I'm grateful that you're allowing me to do this, and just keep your hearts open. So it's interesting here. We have material and spiritual prosperity, number 6. Thank you for sharing. We have the disruption card, 16. We have solar plexus chakra, 3. We have throat chakra, 5. Just give me a moment to just sit with this energy, if you don't mind. Just give me like a moment or two. No, it's not the one with the pyramid on it. It's this is the guy you probably thought you saw. No, it's not that. That was the firm foundation card. That's not here. Yeah, I feel you guys too. I feel very connected. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, my apologies. I'm broadcasting from Instagram Live, so you'll hear me talking to those that are making comments here. But yeah, as I said, I felt very protective over your energy. For those that are watching, right? I felt very commissioned to cover you. It's almost like, because I don't feel what you feel, in a sense that I don't feel weighted down, right? I've been exhausted physically. I've been very, very tired, but I have not felt, let me turn this down a bit. I have not felt, oh, you guys are actually awake. I did not know you guys would be up. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you. I don't feel that. I don't feel this tower energy. I don't feel confined, like I'm in a straitjacket, right? I don't feel broken. I don't feel overwhelmed, right? But I feel you. I feel you like that, right? I feel you. I feel that. And so I'm not doing anyone right now individually, for those that are just joining. And again, apologies for those watching via YouTube. I'm speaking to those who are commenting from Instagram Live. So I was instructed to go live, and pardon me, my allergies are acting up. I felt some of you weighted down. I felt some of you not able to sleep because you're consumed by your thoughts and emotions and anxieties. And I could feel it. I was going to go to bed, and Spirit is like, no, not right now. So I am supposed to give you a message from Spirit to help propel you to the next phase in your journey. So here we have cards that I've pulled for all of us, including me. And so, yeah, I feel your energy, and it may be in the days to come if you're not feeling it right now. I feel like there is something in the days to come that forces you to sort of go inside of yourself. And it becomes very uncomfortable. This is a very uncomfortable energy, right? Excuse my nails, they look terrible. This is a very uncomfortable energy, but it is also a necessary energy. This is almost like the death card for me at this moment. It is, right? Where, you know, death is the uncomfortable transition into the other realm. It's not an ending. And many of us mourn because we don't feel we don't feel the victory from that. We don't always understand that until we're on the other side of it. But I feel Spirit showing us that metamorphosis, that, coming apart and completely being dismantled and undone inside of the cocoon is that death and transformation, right? And it's an uncomfortable space to be in. So, this is your cocoon, right? This is our cocoon. And many of us have gone through or will go through this period of isolation. It is an extreme dismantling of everything that we thought was or was to be, right? It is a complete dismantling of our expectations, our attachments, right? And sometimes even our desires, because sometimes the things that we think we need or want to manifest differ from the universe's plans for us, but it is always about the alignment of it all. And so I feel Spirit guiding us to release. And in fact, I'm going to be obedient. You can do this with me if you feel you need to. But I'm going to open my hands, right, as a symbol of surrender to the divine Holy Spirit, to allow the dismantling and the metamorphosis to take place. When a caterpillar, eats and eats and eats, and it feeds itself, right, and it sheds its skin, and many layers come off, and this metamorphosis happens way before the caterpillar attaches itself to the branch to form that cocoon, and to come into this space of isolation, right, where it's so confined in this space, and inside of that space it starts to break down in a total different composition, and so that metamorphosis is again very uncomfortable, but the caterpillar has to release the vision that it had as the caterpillar has to release that body that it was in order to become something different. It's not even about something new. Something totally and completely different is born from that process. And so, we hear this analogy time and time again, right? It's a beautiful way to look at life, but it's also a beautiful way to look at this moment that some of us are going through and experiencing, this isolation, this heaviness, this undoing, right? The undoing of everything. So many of us are releasing so much, and in that releasing, we're actually gifting to ourselves the opportunity to grow as Spirit has intended. With material and spiritual prosperity, it's interesting. And this man, for some reason, makes me think of the person I learned this from. It was an old Jewish rabbi. So that's my heritage, okay? That's me. And so many of the ideals and principles that we learn within the Hebraic faith, right, is the material harvest, the prosperity that many of us come to know, right, with money and the things we want to manifest, the home and the cars and the money and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. Many people misinterpret a passage that they think says money is the root of all evil. It is not. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. So this for me is the illusion that many of us sometimes have, including myself, right? Where if things aren't going well in the third dimension, right? This world that we touch, taste, hear, feel, all that. If things aren't really aligning with what we sometimes want or even think that we need to function or survive in this space, sometimes we feel as though we're out of alignment, right? I mean, he's, there's pieces of him, and he is not necessarily aligned, So it's interesting. When we feel a loss of stability in the material world, sometimes it throws us off to make us think that there is a misalignment in the spirit, and that's not true. That is the illusion. So I feel like, with that analogy, when we attach ourselves to, interesting, card 3, this third dimension, and we attach ourselves to outcomes and expectations, we're left disappointed many times, right? Because things don't show up the way that we plan for them to. And things don't feel good the way that we naturally as human beings want them to. And so then spirit comes in, number 5, to bring in this change, this metamorphosis, right? Because it's necessary now. It's interesting that we have to also speak about these things that weigh us down, or we implode as well. So part of the process for healing for me that I've experienced personally is the opening up of the throat chakra is such a significant component to that healing, right? And oftentimes when we're going through things, we may talk about it in a natural sense, but we don't always get to the core of what breaks us down, right? Those core wounds that we sometimes have, that we're sometimes ashamed to share, right? We're sometimes too traumatized to really talk about those deep things. It may go back to your childhood. It may go back to adolescence where, maybe you were bullied, or maybe your parents were abusive, or maybe you grew up in poverty, or maybe you experienced something that dismantled your sense of innocence. But it's important now, right, to allow this broken person, he's broken. It's necessary to go back and allow your inner child to speak about those things. It may be you speaking to spirit about it. It may not be you speaking to anyone else, but that is the material and spiritual harvest, right? It is absolutely everything beyond this third dimension where true prosperity is. That's what it is, essentially. But we become confused when we think we're losing when we're actually winning. It's very important, right? The solar plexus represents our life force energy. If you've ever seen a professional singer, and they talk about singing from their diaphragm, that's the area within our etheric body that this energy is coming from. So when we open up, right, the solar plexus, we're opening ourselves to that life force energy to be healed. So that is what sits right above the root chakra, the foundation, right? And remember last time I explained to you guys, whenever you have that kundalini rising upward, it doesn't have to occur that way. When we talk about healing, you can heal any of your chakras, but when there is a total alignment, we have to start somewhere, but we have to identify the areas that are going to allow us to open up to what receive, right? Because we've released, but now it is also time for us to learn how to receive. And many of us don't know how to receive help. We don't know how to receive love. We don't know how to receive trust in abundance. Sometimes we sabotage situations because of our mistrust. And it could be mistrust of yourself, not just other people. But I don't trust myself with this harvest. It could be I don't really trust myself to be blessed in this way, or to receive the partner I desire, right? So I'm going to sabotage it before it solidifies itself. And we do this in subconscious ways because the thought of having what it is we desire becomes so overwhelming at times. This is why people self-sabotage. And so to be disconnected from oneself is what the detriment is. This means that when you don't give yourself a chance to come into alignment because you're so attached to what that alignment should look like. Right? That's what I feel from this. It's almost like the reason it feels so heavy and so different is because we've allowed ourselves to be tethered to an outcome, right? The way we thought it should be. And Spirit is like, it does not have to be like that though. What makes you think I can't arrange something for you within divine alignment the way that I've intended to do that? If I've carried you this far, why do you not trust me with the next phase in your journey, is what I feel Spirit is saying. So there's so much mistrust in the divine, in the universe's infinite power and wisdom, right? Because everything is connected. All of us are connected. Every single last human being on this planet is connected. All of us come from different places, right? All of us are not from this realm of existence. We understand that. But now that we're here, we have a responsibility to Gaia, to this planet, this earth that we're on, to be in alignment with each other. And what is happening collectively also in the world is there's been a misalignment globally, right? There's so much discord, disagreement, assumptions we make about each other, racial tension, feminist, misogynist, all this shit, all these labels and things that we put on each other. And quite frankly, I hear Spirit saying I'm grieved. Like that's displeasing. And not because Spirit is not all knowing, right? Or thrown off by it, but we as human beings do not trust the process. We don't trust like the caterpillar. The caterpillar does not question God. It doesn't. The caterpillar does what it's supposed to do, right? And what happens if it doesn't? I've never seen this in nature, but I'm pretty sure it's possible for that process of maturation, right? And evolution and the metamorphosis. It's possible for that process to be interrupted when something disrupts the alignment, right? What did I say? It has to shed its skin several different times. It has to feed a certain way. It has to attach itself to where it's supposed to be in order for the cocoon to form. But if it doesn't do that, it does not survive. It dies, right? Caterpillars do not live forever. So at some point, we have to go from the caterpillar crawling on the ground. We have to be elevated up higher in order to allow ourselves the space to grow. And sometimes, again, that process is fucking unbearable. Part of my candidness, but it's unbearable. It's excruciating, right? It can be like that. And many of us know that if we've ever gone through a dark night of the soul, we're aware. But this dark night is definitely a repetitive energy. It's an unnecessary cycle for some of us. Some of us have put ourselves into that shadow period because we don't trust. We don't trust ourselves. Staring up at me, right next to me, was this card. I mean, look at her. This says transformation, if it's backwards for you. And the number is 13. 3 and 1 is 4. And I always say that 4, for me, represents stability and structure, right? A foundation being built. The transformation that has to take place in order for that foundation to be established is why it feels so uncomfortable for so many of us. The sleeping pattern is disrupted, not eating, all of that uncomfortable feeling is the transformation. So that's interesting. Right underneath that is the waiting game. I always see this as the cycle that we're so focused on, the repetitive cycle, but what we don't see is the growth that is happening here. Also, he's not even looking at that. He's not focused on that at all. Unfortunately, because if we knew what was happening on the other side of this process, right? It becomes easy to trust. But I will say we're human. We don't beat ourselves up because we're not capable of trusting what we can't see, even though we should be conditioned to be able to do that. It's okay though, right? Because this is normal. This what we're feeling is very normal for people that are invested in their transformation, people that have chosen that higher timeline, and we've invested and we've committed to growth. That's powerful. That's very powerful. That's a powerful place to be in. So let's clarify this energy that we're feeling, and let's continue to get parts of this story. Yeah, look at that. The first one out was Door to Spirit. 32 is the number, which is transposed down to 5. 5 again is change. It's interesting because now I'm looking at 3, 4, 5, and 6 right now. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literally. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's almost like a countdown, isn't it? So you see what I'm talking about in terms of alignment? Why would that even why would that show up that way for us right now? Right? Spirit is reiterating that this disruption, this dismantling of ourselves is the alignment, though. Isn't it interesting? I just keep coming back to this one. It looks messy, but there's a method to the madness. Right? Door to Spirit. I mean, this is the ancestors. I've always explained that whenever you see the lights and things like that on a card, your ancestors are showing up. This is your angelic team, right? Your ancestors, your guides that have come to usher you into this place of greater awareness of self is what I hear. It's really not so much you awakening, because you guys are awake. You've already been tapped. You've already been shown that there's more. That's why you're here, right? But this is a greater awareness of self. Door to Spirit is the opening up of our solar plexus chakra to understand ourselves on a different level now. So I just heard it's about to get real. I won't say it the way I heard it, but is about to get real in the sense that Spirit is about to show us what's really what. What are you really made of is what I just heard. What are you really made of? That's deep for me personally. I feel it too. I feel every bit of it. The other card was card 44, woman holding a heart. So that is a number 8. So Spirit is literally counting down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what's going on right now, but this is weird. It's getting creepy. But you see that Spirit counting down? I know. I feel the same way as I'm reading it. Trust me, I have goosebumps because I feel that it is a countdown. In the winter time as well. This is interesting. The time frame that shows up for me is winter. But this heart has been torn. This heart has been broken. It's been scraped, bruised, you name it. And always look at how beautiful it still is, though, you know. She's cold, but she's still offering her heart. I know this has equivalent tarot meanings, but I don't read oracle like that. Not for me, I don't. That's not my area. So the way I read this energy is someone that has felt abandoned, someone that has felt thrown away. Many of us have felt abandoned and left alone or not chosen, right? or confused, but still open. You know, it's almost like I've been through all of that, but I'm still open. I'm still hanging on to hope. I hear the word hope so loud. What is this vibration of hope that I'm feeling, Spirit? What is the rest of this story? Thank you. Blossoming abundance. So here it is again. I wonder why that is. 2 different decks, same energy. Material and spiritual harvest, blossoming abundance. Ultimate wish fulfillment. But it doesn't feel like money to me. It doesn't feel like that to me. It does not feel like money to me. It does not feel like romance, that, oftentimes we get into that, and that's okay too. But it doesn't feel like that for me. It feels like there's something going on in the inside of our hearts. Where is she? there's a breaking open that I feel is happening. Our hearts have been broken open in a really good way. It's necessary too. Angel of strength. 50 is 5. Why would we need that in this hour? The Lion's Gate energy. The portal has opened. Yes, definitely. Whenever the Lion's Gate portal opens, it's such a significant gateway. Why is it so significant and like potent and powerful? So many possibilities, right? So many possibilities. This is powerful. I don't know if you guys are, if I'm making sense to you, or if you're really understanding this energy, but like this is a literal countdown. I mean, Spirit is like, Spirit continues to do this because I feel like there is something coming. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to be giving you my own interpretation. I have to give it as it comes. I don't know what it is, but I feel that very much so. Like, why was that portal opened for us? Why are we not sleeping? What is that? What is the disruption? What is the disruption and dismantling? What is this? Thank you. Garden in the Gate. 30 is 3. You guys see that? Hope you can see that. This for me is always someone who's aware of the potential of what's outside of themselves. Outside of their comfort zone, right? Is what I mean. Someone is fully aware that there is more when we step outside of the comfort zone. But oftentimes that fear overtakes us. And so we, fear, as I always say, is something that will paralyze you if you let it. You won't make a move. You'll do nothing in response to what scares you because you don't trust yourself. How do I know that? She's wearing the freaking key on her neck. If she wanted to get out there, she could. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you don't know how to move to the next phase in your journey, but it's why don't we trust ourselves? What is it about not trusting yourself? Spirit, why don't we trust ourselves with the guidance that we've received? In the reverse was the World card. So we feel like we're not able to manifest. Wow. Let's go to this. Let's read it in the reverse. What is that, 29? Yeah. Receiving the world reversed means that you've been severely limiting your view of things. I feel like I said this earlier, right? You're thinking too narrowly, either in your options for action or in what you feel you deserve. I really feel like I said this like a few minutes ago. You may be feeling boxed in. You may be feeling boxed in by old ways of doing things, not quite sure of how to expand. Wow. That's crazy. You may be feeling boxed in. Like, we're talking two different decks here. This card calls for you to think creatively outside of the box you find yourself in now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear. I literally just said that. Surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt. Like, I mean, it's not me, but I want you guys to trust spirit. This is why, like, I'm tired. I'm not going to lie. I'm exhausted. I went to bed at 5 o'clock this morning, and spirit said, you cannot go to bed yet. You have to give them this message. I said, okay. All right. The whole time I've been talking to you guys about what is this self-doubt. I literally just asked the question, why don't we trust ourselves? And here, with the world card in the reverse, spirit says, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a lot I'm feeling. It says here, but you still have the option to let all of that go. What did I ask us to do earlier? Didn't I say open your hands because we're supposed to release something? Before I even touched the cards, I said, let's do that together. But you still have the option to let all of that go. And this card is telling you not to wait a minute longer to do so. Exclamation mark. Wow. The waiting game. Spirit said, don't you wait another minute. Don't you waste another second looking at what could have been, what was. Look at him. I said earlier, he's not even looking at the fact that these roots have already grown up, right? There's something already growing here, but he's so laser focused on this spiral, on the continued cycle. Spirit says, don't wait another, I'm reading it. Don't wait another minute to let go. It's time to break out. It's time to break out. This is the book. I'm not saying that. This is what I'm reading. It's time to break out is what it says. See the unlimited horizons. Oh my God. It's not, I'm not even, this is from this one card in reverse, but it's hitting everything else on the table attached to it. See the unlimited horizons around you and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage. Isn't that what the butterfly does when she's so beautiful, when that cocoon breaks open? You know? The affirmation is, my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited, powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. I would like for us to say that together. I know you can't read it, but you could just repeat after me. My life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited, powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Wow. Spirit, what else do you want us to know? Is there anything else that you would like for us to know? You are loved. You are cared for. There are people that care about you. There are people that want to see you do well, right? There are people that are invested in your growth, your maturation process. There's someone out there made just for you. There is. I don't care what you thought you were supposed to get. I don't care what you thought it was supposed to look like. There is someone aligned, is someone destined to be a part of your journey. But you got to trust the process, though. What if this girl does not leave this garden behind this gate? Right? That's the same girl. Look at her now. Right underneath that is the yin yang card. And what's so funny, right underneath that is what? Third chakra. Total different deck. Same energy. Same thing. Right underneath that, I'm just pulling from the top of this deck. Attachment, though. What is the letting go? You know? What is it that we haven't released? What thought patterns, what belief systems, or beliefs that we have about ourselves, not just our, spiritual beliefs, but what is it that we have not let go of? I feel like that's where Spirit is focusing my energy right now. It's almost like, what is it that is going to get you to be in this place of balance? Some may automatically see this because after that, right, with the 514 here, and say, well, this has to do with the twin flame energy. That could be it for you. If that's what you feel, I want you to take that message for you. If that's what you feel Spirit is talking to you about through me right now, then you take that. But for others of you, it's not necessarily, the connection with someone else. It's the connecting of us all. I did say that we're all connected by a thread. All of us are responsible for each other. And the world misses this. This is why there's so much hatred and discord. And yeah, there's a lot of validity to the pain that we feel. Some of us within our ancestry, it's very difficult sometimes to disconnect from that. It makes you angry when you think about the ways in which we've been systemically harmed and just done wrong. It hurts sometimes. But I feel like we need to remember that we're all connected, carrying connections. And we need to know that we matter to someone, several someones, right? It may not be the attachment that was, but Spirit has something far better in store, though. That's a very powerful revelation presented to you as fact. Spirit does not lie to me. When I do this, Spirit is always telling you guys the truth. So this is what I feel is coming in. And look, right underneath that is what? Angel of love. Because many of us have just felt so unloved, so unwanted. Why am I not chosen? Why do I always have to chase and seek? And, why don't I feel this love? Why don't I feel it right now? Many of us are really going through that. And it's a deep pain. It's a deep wound to feel like you're thrown away, Right underneath that, however, is Healer of the Ages. This is such a beautiful energy. I love this energy. So it is so powerful. You know, whatever your belief, you know what this represents for you. Like, this is when you can't do it on your own. When you don't have the strength, you know, you can't sleep at night. You don't know how to like pull yourself together. Some of us are really struggling. But I feel Spirit saying, it's okay. I got you. I got you. I got your back. I have 1 minute and 34 seconds left. I wasn't going to do this because I'm tired, but I am going to come back and read for the 2 of you that are watching. Let me save this before it erases. I'll be right back.